Hi, I'm Jerry Royce, host of Motivational Talk, a show that explores entrepreneurship. My job is to keep your spirit high and keep you motivated. We are the voice of the good news people. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, or shall I say entrepreneurs. Welcome to Motivational Talk. I'm Jerry Royce. Now, today I have my special guest, my brother, editor-in-chief of the Rock News magazine that's online at www.the-rock-newsmagazine.com, which you know because you're at the site right now. And today we're here to talk about one of a major discussion that Michael had on his editor-in-chief page called Now is the Time. And we want to ask Michael right up front for the next 10 to 15 minutes, why is now is the time? It's live talk.
Okay, when I first wrote this article, I was inspired by not just a burning desire within myself, but other entrepreneurs, like why timing is everything. A lot of times they say it. And I said, I feel now is the time in terms of what I call entrepreneurial fellowship. In terms of, because one of the burning questions with entrepreneurs is, how do you stay motivated day in and day out?
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, if you know what time you're in, you have more of a do or die type situation where you'll say, I got a certain amount of time that is now to do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like everybody may not be that thing within 2 or 3 months. Some may be within a year or two, but everybody's in that same time frame, in that same thinking, whatever business they may be or whatever venture, that it got to have something happen now in terms of going to the next level. I hear that a lot with entrepreneurs about going to the next level.
Yeah.
But you can't go to the next level if you don't have the passion. But I've learned that passion is not something that's going to last every day for 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, it's true. It's tough.
But if you have a good 9 months or a year and a half of passion within that same time frame, working along with others, it can catapult you many years.
I mean,
You can hang in there and also start taking a life of its own. So I always say, when I say now is the time, I'm really talking about momentum. So everybody put all their energy within that same time frame, and that way it'll be the time for everyone.
So you're saying, Mike, that an entrepreneur, if he has an idea, or he saw or read something in the magazine, and he said, "Oh, he can do it," but it may not be his. He know he wants to be an entrepreneur, but it may not have been his passion. That one idea. So if he tried it out for 3, 4, 5 months, and he give up, then what should he do then?
If you don't have the passion in the beginning, that's not what you are supposed to be doing.
Right.
Because if the main thing with entrepreneurship is not how you start the race, it's how you finish the race. But you're not going to even get to the middle of the race if you don't have a passion in the beginning. Passion is something that drives you, like when you're in a marathon.
Right.
It drives you for the long run. Anybody can start a race fast just by enthusiasm. So a lot of times when you're talking about the time, it's not a short time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey and it's over a period of time.
Oh, so they should show a little patience.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means the money may not just be flowing like in 3, 4 months.
Because that's one thing a lot of people, one of the worst mistakes people make with entrepreneurship is they think that money is the driving factor, and it's not.
Right.
And when I was extremely young entrepreneur, I thought that would be my motivation.
Yeah.
But it has to be much more than that to stay in the game.
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned.
Now, how about the steps that's in that time frame? Say, for example, that person has the spirit. They want to be an entrepreneur. They having a hard time on a job. It's not that they don't get along with leadership, but they think they know they could be leadership. And then they say, okay, I know I want to be an entrepreneur, but they haven't quite found that niche yet. But should they try something just during that time period while they got their fire burning?
Now, I would recommend this. Even, and this is my own experience and also yours, is that when you do have that burning in your 9 to 5, there's training in that. But don't look at your 9 to 5. If your 9 to 5 is a burden to your entrepreneurship desire, you need to go get another 9 to 5. I don't believe you should just quit your job and just do the business.
Right.
I believe that you need a balance.
Yeah.
But don't have a 9 to 5 that you're not learning anything from.
Yeah, that's important. Learning something. I'm thinking about when we were working for that printing / publishing company. We put a good 6-7 years with that company. My father was there for 45 years before he retired. We had an opportunity to learn some skills, even though we didn't agree with leadership and we had problems with some of our peers. We still looked at that as a learning experience. And we hung in there just because of that. But we had no idea that we were going to become publishers one day.
Because a lot of times, we as entrepreneurs never really have people to come back and tell us the beginning of their journey. We always are witnessing the end of it.
Yeah. So
we're only seeing the glamorized part and the success, not being told what the journey is.
Yeah, that's true.
So hopefully that's why I'm so enthused about this program, is that those entrepreneurs who are starting and those who may be having trouble, who have been in a while but struggle to stay in it, is that they understand that we all are in that journey together.
Yes.
And it's not, don't always look at the end result. No, so we can know about the journey, because we don't have an entrepreneurial school that teaches this. So it's only coming from experience. That's why I always feel entrepreneurial fellowship is so important.
Yeah, and this could be it right here. Who knows what could come out of this? We have some guys that's out there doing very well with entrepreneurship. We want to bring them on the show, and we want everybody to teach one. You know, just pass that information. And when you was talking, I was thinking about when we started up this company. You know, I was in school. It was a project, and I told some people a few years ago. I was 12 years old. I started my own comic book. It was 3 other guys, and every day we started the morning hours during the summer, putting our ideas on paper, sketching out our characters and criminals and superheroes. And then when you finish the book, we met together around 4 o'clock every day for the whole summer, and we shared our comic books with one another. And I thought about it. I said, wow, that was my first publishing venture. You know,
the first one.
I sketched it. I had the story ideas, and I gave it a name. You know, and that was just the beginning of it. That's when the seed was first planted.
That's when it's first planted. Like a lot of times when it's being planted, you don't really realize until, like they always say, hindsight 20/20. You don't know until you go back. Like I remember when I was in college, I worked part-time at the News American newspaper.
Yeah, I remember that.
I worked in customer service, but I didn't realize, I was happy to get a little check, you know, while you're in school. But it actually was instilling me customer service skills and seeing how a newspaper operates, not knowing that a few years later, we'll be developing our own newspapers. So.
That's right. So again, that's about timing. You just never know how the Spirit is going to guide you, what God has in line for you. Look, we're going to wrap this one up. I appreciate your time with us online, and get ready for our next topic. Thank you. Motivational Talk with Jerry Royce.